What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotti's Garage. Before we start this video, check out this dope shirt. So it's Gotti Garage in the front and then the Merkur on the back to support the Merkur build, which is right behind the camera. And because I said Merkur properly 3 times in this video, you have to buy one of these shirts. All the proceeds of this shirt goes right back into the Merkur 4 times. And every $5 spent get you a thumbs up on the next video. So make sure you order a shirt. I get $6 of the proceeds, so let's buy a lot of them. Anyways, I had a whole video almost done. I got about half of a video done last week, but it was too cold, so I didn't continue on with the videos. And me being an idiot as I am, my memory card was full, and I was thinking that this was my vacation memory card, and it was actually my YouTube one, and I deleted all the footage on it. So we gotta start all over. So anyways, as you can tell, my garage is different because I started the detail business. I'm dirty because I just got done with the detail. But let's walk over to the engine. So here's the engine. As you can tell, the oil pan is off. It's sitting right there. I'm gonna be sanding down this oil pan and stuff so we can paint it, make it look all nice. My neighbor is gonna be bringing me a power washer, and we're going to power wash the inside of the engine bay, which I hope to be in this video. And I'm going to degrease this whole thing after I get all the gaskets. I'm going to degrease this whole engine. We're going to spray this off just so it's clean, not to be like, you know, extra fancy. I can't flip the engine over because this engine is extremely heavy, and it kind of just like, it's like top heavy, really top heavy, and it just like kind of did that. So I need some help with that. But as you guys can tell, here is the valve train right here. I deleted all the hard lines, and I'm going to seal up the stupid little coolant routing that Ford or Merkur did. And how I'm going to do that is see if I can find one. Of course, it's going to be on the other side of the engine. Okay, so this is the EGR. So we deleted the EGR as well, and there's a coolant port on this side of the engine somewhere, and I can't see in the position that I'm in. But anyways, that coolant port is the routing to cool the turbo off. So the coolant side of the turbo, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to scratch that. I don't really care if anything happens to this turbo because we got that bigger one sitting right there. So we're going to be oil cooling it, this is the return line for the oil cooler. But there's a return line or a feed line, whichever one, that goes into the block for the turbo. We're going to be putting a bolt into that, as well as the EGR to delete all of that. The rest of them, one went into, actually 2 of them went into the oil port, or this is where the oil filter goes, and that is to cool the oil down. But I'm actually just going to run a oil cooler, and that should help keep the car cooler, because these cars have a tendency to overheat. And I believe, I didn't do any research, so I'm just kind of talking out of my ass here, but I believe it is because the engine coolant is literally cooling everything on this engine, from the turbo to the oil, everything that gets hot, plus the inside of the engine, obviously. So we're going to try to delete all that, have its own cooling system right here, oil cooled right there, which is going to run from the oil cooler. And yeah, so we got to degrease all this. Obviously we need power steering lines. There is no actual oil on this engine though. Everything else is just road grime and grease and stuff from the power steering fluid, because obviously there was some sort of leak there. So that's awesome. I'm not gonna get this really clean like I said, but right now I'm working on painting the valve cover, and I believe you guys said, hold on one second, 63% of you guys said red, 25% said black, and 13% said a wrinkle color. I really like the wrinkle color, but since red won. So we are going to do my own little touch because I absolutely hate the color red. So we're definitely going to do red still because you guys voted on it, but I'm going to do a little touch on it so it's not so red. And that also involves taking off the cold side of this turbo because I want to get that painted too. And we're going to get a turbo blanket for the backside because the main goal of this car, first of all, is to get it running. Second of all, is heat control, because I don't want this car overheating. I plan on thrashing this car. I want this engine to last because I plan on, like I said, in the future we're gonna do a standalone, bigger turbo, injectors, all that stuff. So yeah. So I'm not gonna show you guys the process of the valve cover. I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done. All it is painting and taping, and I'm gonna try to do something kind of cool. We'll see if it turns out good. If not, then we'll just paint it all red. Since when does a gasket have to be required for a turbo? Interesting. Look at all that oil. Apparently it's pretty common with these. Anyway, so I pulled this off. It was kind of a pain. My fingers are bleeding because I kind of slipped off a bolt. But we're gonna pop, or pop this thing off right here, which is 2 bolts right here. So that way we can get to this, and we're gonna paint this white. And maybe we'll paint this too. I don't know yet. They make an adapter that I might have to buy. So I put the first coat on, and I hate red, but it's very oddly satisfying to cover because I have a white base coat. So yeah, but these lines, I'm not gonna lie, they might come out and look like crap, but you know what? It's the extra effort that counts. I didn't have to do that, and I decided to do that. But I have this like crazy idea, and I might just totally ruin this whole thing. But as you can see, the turbo is white. I want to see. I don't know. This may be stupid. How does that look? I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if I should do more or less. I don't know. Kind of like it though. Kind of like a little blood splatter. So I think I'm going to clear coat over that and see how it looks. And if you guys think I should add just a little bit more, I just don't want to mess it up and put too much red on there. But we could do that too. Get all this clear coated. They actually look dope. So I'm going to continue on painting. It looks a lot redder in the camera than it does in person, which is kind of weird. But I sprayed a little bit more on there. It looks good. I got a little run right there, but it kind of adds to the value. So pretty much I'm going to guess the story is going to be I told somebody to stick their fingers into the turbo. But anyways, this just shows how much I value you guys' opinion because you guys voted for that to be red, and now I kind of wish I would have done like that. And we could have kind of had some like demented blood splatter engine bay, which kind of sounds kind of cool. So, but I just put another clear coat on that after I sprayed more on there. So we're gonna let that dry. Probably let it dry overnight before I peel the tape off. This one I'm gonna come back out in an hour. I'm gonna peel the tape off. It says it's supposed to be dry to the touch within an hour. So we're gonna test that. I'm gonna peel the tape off, and I'm gonna clear coat this whole thing, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And that'll probably be it for tonight. And then hopefully this video we get to clean the engine bay out. But if we don't, at least I got the stuff painted. I ordered a Ford Ranger smash valve cover. Gasket. The gasket I ordered. That is supposed to be the best option for preventing leaks on these engines. And then I also ordered the oil pan gasket. And we're just going to clean that up. We're going to spray that pretty good. I don't know if I should do red or if I should do black. I feel like if there is an oil leak, red will just show an oil leak and it kind of look kind of shitty. Damn, look at that. That's definitely like the classic old school muscle car, I guess I was trying to go for. It's very like retro looking. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely did mess up a little bit. There's a lot of mistakes in there, but I think it looks really good. What do you guys think? I know I just asked you that, but I'm pretty excited on how that looks. And then the turbo. I think it looks really good. So, I think this is going to be the end of this video, actually. Next week should be power washing, putting this engine back in, putting the gaskets onto the engine, and then I don't know, maybe we'll have the clutch in. I'm not sure. So next week video is kind of a mystery, but I plan on at least setting the engine back into the car so I can start routing some things and start figuring some stuff out. But come on, give this video a thumbs up for that, because that looks absolutely amazing. I'm pretty proud of myself. I know it's nothing special or anything, but it looks better in red, and you got to admit, you know I'm not wrong. Don't forget, pick up one of these shirts to help support that. Hit subscribe to Gotti's Garage, because you're not going to want to miss this car actually running and ripping and the things that I have planned for it, because I think we might be welding a diff. Yeah.